Hello. Good Sunday morning. I just be coming on live at the strangest times. Whenever I want, whenever I'm in the mood, whatever. Oh, what's this? Everybody at the chat? Let me make sure I got my comments on. Ay, 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 ay.
We don't have any choice, honey. Gilmore's as much in our way as Lady Margaret was. We can't be together.
Oh my god. Woo-hoo.
Isn't it worth it?
50 years later, you're not just a figure in hip-hop, you're a figure in black history in general.
Being a part of black history is an accomplishment. I think we are all born in order to make our mark.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Why is it so cold outside? It's cold, it's windy.
And I am still doing what I'm supposed to do in order for the world to continue. Roxy and Shantae. Well, we're going to do this now.
What's everyone doing on this Sunday afternoon? Or morning if you're on the West Coast. Or in other parts of the world. What is everyone up to? What is everyone doing? Did anybody go to church? Today is Sunday, right? Yeah. Thumbs up the live, please. Thumbs up the live. I know I don't come live often and I give no warning when I'm coming live because it just pops in my head. Go live. Hello, Shaquia. Hello. Today I said I'm not going to be on social media real hard today. I'm going to watch regular TV. And now I'm trying to figure out what I want to watch. I'm going to watch regular TV programming. Hey, who that? Because I just don't watch TV anymore. I'm going to actually sit through like a sitcom. Read a book. I read books all the time. I'm a professor. Hello. I read books. I review books. Sick of books. I write books that I never finish. Thank you, Snorlax. What's the highest degree you've achieved? Anywho, you're right, though. You're right. I really should get into reading more. I read a lot of I want to read for pleasure, like read like a good mystery book or something like that. You sit on here long enough and your trolls will start to come in. Now you're going to have to go on timeout, y'all. I have a bachelor's degree in electronics and communication and engineering. Snorlax. That's actually a very good degree to have. Are you working in your field? Are you working in your field? That's the issue. Is when you get certain degrees and then you want to find employment in your degree, and a lot of students find out way too late that they're like no jobs in the field that they really want to do or they're not happy with it. So I always encourage students to really switch up your major. I switched my major multiple times. Do you have a lot of student debt? Frida McFadden? Okay. I used to be an avid reader of, like, what was my favorite author back in the day? He passed away, but I used to read all of his books. I can't think of his name. Right now, I'm reading a book that I got off of TikTok Shop, and I've been actually promoting the book on TikTok Shop. So I've been reading that book. It's really about positive mindset, goal setting, talking about purposeful something. Eric Jerome. Hmm. I've been reading the book that I've been reading has really been like I've been using it really to help me set more goals as far as social media is concerned. You know what else I just thought? I mean, I've been watching. I knew Kai Sanat was going to be doing his streamer university. Now, I'm not a streamer, and I don't think I could ever be a streamer. First of all, because I'm not sitting on live for hours and hours and hours. But there are older people, because, I'm older than a lot of. The internet is not just, or social media is not just for the young. But, there's a lot of older content creators that really can learn from Kai Sanat too, because he is teaching a lot about the business part of social media and everything that goes along with that. Okay. Thank you, Snorlax. Are you guys watching Streamer University? But you don't get to the business part until you get a vast amount of followers. That's not true, Tony. That is not true. Absolutely not true. Even though you might not be getting paid from big checks from YouTube, there's so many other ways that you can grab a bag from social media, and it's not just waiting for your followers or your subscribers to watch your videos. Of course you want them to, because you make money like that, but you got to know the business part. I remember very early on when I started YouTube, I would hear a lot of bigger YouTubers talk about their analytics, and they would read their analytics and try to understand their analytics. And I was like, what are they talking about? What are analytics? For a long time, I didn't even know not TikTok, but YouTube had that part of YouTube. I didn't know that. Like, and then when I was like, oh, this is where I can find out who's watching my channel, what channels are those people watching, because as a reaction channel, I want to know why people come to my channel and who other channels do they watch. Because if they come to me and watch my videos, and I know that they like to go and watch B Love's Life videos or some other content creator or Peach videos, then I'm going to go over there and see what that's about, and then I'm going to do content on that, because I already got some of the people who like that content. Share your experiences on writing a book. What does it take to be an author? I'm still in the process of understanding that, Snorlax. But there's so many ways to write books now that you don't, the old fashioned way of writing a book and getting a book published is out the door. You can self publish whatever you want. The hardest part of, well, hell, now With AI can write the book for you. What do you? I'm a professor, but I'm an old school professor. So a lot of what my students have access to, I know nothing about it. I was just telling someone that, hey, Mad Dog, that when I give my students an assignment, because I teach psychology, I ask them to write it from their own personal experience when they write a journal. And then someone was like, "Oh, that's no problem because that the AI program, all you got to do is tell it, you know, one of the first questions I ask my students in a journal format is how do you feel about psychology? Does psychologists help or hurt?" And give a personal example if you can. And they tell me that there are AI programs that are right from a personal experience. So now with AI, people have to stop thinking exactly. And that's not good. You know, the school where I work, we have a lot of, it's a vocational school. So we have nursing programs and like a lot of healthcare programs, but they come through my class. They come through classes like mine, an intro class on psychology, and they really need to understand, mental health and all of that because in their fields they're going to have to deal. They're going to, especially in healthcare, you're going to deal with people who have mental health issues, concerns, all of that stuff. So I want them to really know the content. To think that you can go through a nursing program and you AI that shit all the way through, when you in real life, AI is not going to be there when you gotta make life and death situations. You gotta know how to think. The book not going to be there. AI is not going to be there. Your brain is going to be there, and you gotta know how to think. Even some of the AI stuff is getting so creepy. The program I use to edit my videos just added AI. I've been using it a little bit, like for voiceovers and stuff like that, which really makes things easier. And I only gotta just cut and paste, and AI will speak whatever I want it to, say in a video. I've been playing around with it, but AI is getting scarier and scarier because the imaging is getting really good. It's literally really looking like the people. Thank you, Alfreda. But I don't know. AI is taking over. We just gotta accept it. I don't know. We just gotta accept it. Even students who, if you decide to get your degree and you do all online, I used to have a real problem with that. Like if I was in a position like of hiring staff or whatever, and I saw that they went to Strayer University, I'm like, you never touched the classroom. But my mindset on that has even changed a lot. Once I started teaching a little bit online, and I'm like, I guess. But yeah. So yes, I've been watching Streamer University, and I've learned. Like I watched the DDG when he was talking about beefing on. I might do a review video on that, but one of his classes, he was talking about when you get into a beef on social media, and even in the sectors that I'm in, and the sectors that I do commentary on, and I watch content creators get into beefs with each other, and It's stressful. It's stressful. What were the things that you were told when you were a child and realized when you grew up? Hi, Felicia. Um, yeah. So, DDG was talking about internet beefs, and so it doesn't matter how to deal with hate comments, how to deal with stuff like that. And it was good information, especially if you want to be a content creator. How are you going to deal with negative comments? How are you going to deal with someone maybe making a video about you or doxing you, like, or you end up in a beef with somebody, like, how are you going to manage that, like, mentally? How you are you going to take it serious? DDG was saying that people that you beef with are literally like your coworkers, because people like beef. They do. People like when other people are fighting, they're dragging each other. You can get a lot of views that way. So, what were the things that you were told when you were a child and realized they were lies when you grew up? Probably the basic one: Santa Claus was a real person. Yeah, the Santa lie. You're from the beef sector. I aged that because I was literally about to say that, Alfreda. I was about to say there's literally a whole sector of the beef sector, but within that, even within that sector, like, they literally named it that, and they fight. Certain content creators go back and forth and fight with each other and take each other to court and just all kinds of shit. I never. I knew early on I was not going to be in social media for that. Like, no, I wanna make money. I wanna get deals. I wanna brand out. Like, and I didn't even know all those opportunities existed in social media for years. For years, I would see content creators, advertising, like, I remember B Love was doing like the coldest water cup, the coldest whatever that cup brand. And that's when I was like, somebody pays you to do that? Like, I had no idea that you can make money by marketing products. Now I literally have a storefront in my house of products that I market and sell on TikTok, Amazon Shop, and other brand deals that I have. And I don't have a big channel. My channel is not big. I only got 16,000 subscribers, and I just got that 16, a week ago. I was maintaining 3, 4, 5, 6,000. But even at 7 or 8,000, I started getting brand deals that early. I got these. I got to do a video on these energy pills today, sometime today. This is for TikTok Shop. Like, I market program. Hi, Nisha. You most definitely have to be strong and tough. You gotta have tough skin. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Thanks, Alfreda. I learned that lesson a long time ago. I got into a beef with somebody from my very first sector, and I'm from Jersey. I was ready to fight. I wanted to fly out. I'm like, I'm gonna kick this bitch's ass. Right? I was like, I'm really gonna beat this bitch. Like, I'm not gonna keep talking back and forth with you. That's cool. There are so many ways to grow and make money. There is. Now, it ain't fast money. It ain't. It ain't fast money. Hi, Books and Flaws. Yes, I'm never live, right? I was just sitting here like, I think I'm gonna go live. Brick City turn up. Oh God. So I was just like, I learned from that. I had to, because if not, I would have ended up being that channel that was just constantly going back and forth with people. And I'm like, this is never going to make money. This is never going to grow my channel. You want to have that number. It's like Oh, I got 40,000 subscribers. I got 60,000. You can have all them subscribers, but if ain't nobody watching your videos, you ain't making no money. It's the views for me. It's the views. It is the views, and it's people willing to keep coming back to watch your content. I mean, I was thinking about this. I think about this all the time, but when I'm scrolling through social media and here on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, like now all of these celebrities have channels, people that you're familiar with because of TV, and they got the best cameras, they got people to follow. Like, I'm like, the competition to get viewership is fierce, and you're up against actual celebrities to try to get someone to watch your content. Definitely, you do. They come for subscribers too. Yes. The world is full of consumers, so there's no reason for lack. That is absolutely true. And I read that somewhere with someone who was talking about branding and all of that. And let's say I wanted to, start a new, like, soap. And there's so many soaps on the market, but there are also so many consumers. And you find the right niche, and they're going to come to buy your soap, and you're still going to be able to be successful. Told me that she was going to fly from Chicago with her kids and fight me. Yes, yes, Alfreda, yes. If you get caught up in a beef, it will take you there. Especially if you don't understand social media and what that means. People have met up to fight. They have met up to fight. But understanding that some beefs can really grow your channel too. Beefs can grow your channel. But not everybody got the they mental health ain't ready for all that. Yes, people, yes, yes, yes. I've seen people go live headed to somebody's workplace or that they started beefing with. No, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. Nope. I already said too, like I said this years ago when I first was like getting on little like beefs with people. I'm like, let me tell all y'all something right now. If you don't have at least 25,000 subscribers, I'm not fighting with you. There's no reason. You're not going to help me grow. I'm not fighting with you. And DDG made a comment similar to that. Like, you ain't about to start beefing and fight with nobody who don't even have as many subscribers as you. That's stupid. Like, you want to fight with bigger channels, and if they're dumb enough to fight with you, then you just use it for everything that it's worth. But you got to figure out other ways to make. If you want to be a content creator, there's a lot of things you're going to have to be willing to put up with, but also you got to be willing to figure out other ways to make money. And one way, some people do well at this. They come on and they super chat me, super chat me. I ain't saying another word until y'all super chat me. Some people have that begging spirit and they can do that. Or they like, cash at me, cash at me, and they make money that way. People actually send them cash apps and stuff. That if that works for your channel and that works for your brand, then do what you got to do. These are essential skills I share for free, pretty much. Now, see, Storm Rider, let's look at Storm Rider. He just came in and he said Diddy. So he wants to change the direction of the chat. Now, I could either ignore that or I could say something. It doesn't matter. My life. I don't know if this was asked. How long did it take you to start seeing a difference in your channel. You are the bomb. Thank you. A difference like um I don't know. My channel went through different stages as I grew and understood. What you looking for?
My thing.
What?
Last night's gift. Really.
Oh, I put it on the shelf again. Um, the more I educated myself, the better my channel got. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for subscribing. The growth, the like I said, Felicia, like the more I educated myself about social media, the better my channel got. Like the better the content got, understanding the analytics, understanding just researching, really just researching, watching other channels, seeing what they were doing, watching channels. Early on, I watched a lot of content creators who talked about how to grow your YouTube channel. I watched a lot of that content. What do you got to do? How do you grow? Da 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 da. And I still think my growth is so, for me, it's slow. Like, it's just so slow. But then I've seen channels like blow up off of a certain content, but the content is going to be short lived. And so then what are they going to do after that is no longer anything to talk about? Like right now, I grew because I'm talking about lips and production, right? I'm talking about lips and production now, and I grew maybe like a couple of thousand subscribers. Now, will those subscribers stay after I stop talking about them? After production's final verdict and what's going to happen to him, I'm probably not going to talk about that anymore. And so, will those people come back to watch whatever new content that I have? You know what I mean? That's the hard part. You don't want to blow up off of one single thing that's a short lived come up because those people are not going to come back. You're a great grandma. I do short videos about cats and dogs. I love cats and dogs. Yes, Luke, I posted it. I made you a fan art and sent it to your email. I don't know if you got it. You, Luke, I posted it. Yes, yes, yes. I put it on my I put the picture on my community post, my community wall. It's cute. I'm gonna try to do my eyebrows like that. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Luke, do I know you in real life? Do I know you in real life? That's cute though. Thank you. I did post it. What's fan art? Is it an app? Yeah, but go to my community wall. I posted it there. I said thank you, Luke. But Felicia, I've seen so many channels come and go. Channels that were pretty good, but they just, I think for people like, it takes a lot. It does. It takes a lot to be a content creator. It does. That you will because you always stick to mental health. That's my core. And it's needed to talk about. Yes, Books. That's my core. Oh, the 3 minute news. Ooh, yo. I got some more 3 minute news. As soon as I get this hair together, the first shelf, it's behind a boat. One of those boats. The first, oh my God, I got some good 3 minute news. Oh, sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, oh, that gotta go on 3 minutes of news, and I have to write it down because I completely forget. I forget, or I'll screenshot something, and then I go to my screenshots. I'm like, why did I do that? And it's like for 3 minutes of news. Oh my God, I got some. I got some funny ones for 3 minutes of news. 3 minutes, and I'm gonna try to get it up today. Yes, Nika. Like that's my core. That's why I started the channel, was to talk about mental health. So that's the core. And that's the book I'm reading. And it talks about they hand me that book that's behind that bag. Right there. On the chair. Hand me that book. Thank y'all. This book, Purposeful Performance. This book is so it's this book is by that author that went viral because he was at I did like it, Luke. He was at Barnes and Noble and he was trying to sell this book. His name is Jonathan. He was trying to sell this book, and a, a, a lady took a video of him, and da da da. It went viral, and so now he's selling the book on TikTok Shop. And I'm a TikTok shop. I have a TikTok shop, and so I purchased the book to and I sell it. And he is so sweet to me. He is so kind to me. Like he's been helping me kind of push the book. I've sold multiple copies of the book, but and I've been just reading excerpts from the book. But this book helps you to formulate what is your core, like what is your purpose. So I have to remind myself of that when I'm doing content, and when someone comes in my comment section and like starts talking shit about whatever I've said or whatever they don't like. And I always got to remind myself, like, the core is mental health. And it's good for all subjects, Alicia, 100%. So, like I've been talking about lips and production, it's so many layers of mental health within the tragedy of their life that I can talk about them for a very long time, using their life story as an example of depression, anxiety, poor anger management, dysfunction, same sex relationships, raising children. Like, I can go on and talk about them under mental health and the tragedy that happened and ended both of their lives in the way that they knew it. I could go on and on. And it's like, even learning about social media, learning how to ignore dumb shit. Like, let's look at Term. He said, would you fight a dolphin? Now, when you get to learn how to handle your chat, you learn how to ignore things like that. Or you can time him out. Some um, content creators are really good at ignoring. Of course. Absolutely, Nika. And some people are really getting bothered by that because they don't want to understand and know the truth about what was going on between them. You think that incident was the only incident that ever happened? No, absolutely not. What keeps people in relationships like that? Dangerous relationships like that. And now production is sitting in prison, jail now. I could say a whole bunch of stuff about. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. I could say a whole bunch of stuff about what he's facing alone without having a paid lawyer. He in trouble. He in trouble, y'all. He is in trouble. It's a big difference between a paid lawyer and a public defender. And his public defender is nice. I spoke to both of them. They're nice people. Sound nice. Man, mm-mm. And can any, most of us afford to retain a lawyer? If I had a similar situation, a lawyer probably be looking for $50,000 retainer. Who got that? People watch reinforces their perception of life. For example, psychological abuse of a popular on social media calls most have unconsciously experienced it to the point where it's like it's like sweeping it under the rug. I refuse to let this just go and die down. Not for me on my channel. I'm not making lips and production my channel. I'm absolutely not going to do that. But I'm going to keep talking about it because there's some more lips and productions out in the world living in an unhealthy, violent relationship. And if they don't want it to end like that ended, they need to make some real decisions about ending that relationship, separating, getting help, whatever you got to do. Cause who want to end like that? Who want to end like that? Production and some people's like, oh, he should not have to go to prison for the rest of his life because it was self defense or whatever it was. We don't know because they were only two there. It's a mess. Haley and DDG want thugs. We all went through that phase. Exactly. But Nika, I'm telling you, it's something about Haley that does not give me like victim. It doesn't. I don't know what of course we always want to believe the victim. But it's just something about her that does not add up to me. To me. Did I think both of them tussled with each other? But we know that a man has more strength than a woman, and DDG should have walked away. He should have not engaged in whatever they had going on. That was he was wrong for that. But it's something about Haley that just mm-mm. She just don't give me passive. She don't give me passive. If they had landed, so she don't give me that. But I mean, we said to DDG, a lot of content creators who made video and content, you need to get a lawyer. Why are you playing? Why are you trying to deal with this on your own and make nice? Both of you don't know how to problem solve. You need assistance. You need help. So she yo, I gotta put this on the charger. She she got the help first. She went to the law first. So now he gonna have to deal with it. And the only one that's really being hurt by any of this is the baby. The baby is the one that's hurt by this, and he's gonna continue to be hurt because they both are silly. Thank you, Patricia. I have some more updates coming because I have some. I really, and I know people are gonna be triggered, but I'm gonna tell y'all this first regarding lips. Have you ever known a police officer? Now I've read the police report of the night that the police went to the home. Lips called the police. Lips called 911. Production called 911. And when the police spoke with production and took his statement, we all read what he said. But any police officer that's going to go and see a victim, Lips was in his bathroom with a gunshot wound to his stomach. What do you think the police officer is going to ask him? What would a police... I'm not a cop, but if I came into somebody's bathroom and they were shot, what would I say to them? What would I say? What would I say? What would you say if you saw somebody shot? You're a cop. You see that a fight has happened in this home. What would I say? What would I say to that person? Hi, Kayla. I gotta fill my phone, y'all. My phone get hot. It's about to cut off on you. But if I saw somebody shot, I'm gonna ask them, "You okay? And who shot you? Who shot you? Who shot you? Who shot you? Why isn't that in the record? Why is there no conversation between? That's what I need. That who did it? Thank you, Emwit. Thank you for being a member. Members, I'll probably come and tell y'all first. I'm gonna tell y'all first because I'm gonna make that phone call tomorrow. I need to know, where is that report? Where is it? And in most domestic abuse cases, the victim will even lie to protect the partner. Did he say, I don't know who shot me? I don't know what happened. He shot me. Like, there's no record of that. Everything is public record, y'all. Everything is public record. People like, how you get the record? It's public record. You get in trouble. You get in trouble. I can go and find your record. It's public record. That's why when the police come and take reports, they write everything down, and then they write a report. All of that has to go in a report. I know that officer had to ask Litz, who shot you? What happened? But there's no record. Oh Lord. Mm-mm-mm. There's no record of that. No record that I could find. No record that I saw. Is that gonna mean? But people lie too. He could have said he shot me, and that could have been a lie. So I don't know. But that is what is going on with that. I'm still. Monday is a holiday, so county offices are closed. June 3rd, production goes to court to get a bond hearing, but his lawyer already said that ain't happening. He won't be offered no bond, but anything, I don't know. No, he ain't gonna be offered no bond. Which means he'll just sit in prison, sit in jail until a court hearing. But in most cases, looking at the history of Gwinnett County, they're gonna offer him a plea bargain with life with a possibility of parole. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. And life with a possibility of parole could look like 20 years. He's 40 something now. I don't know what they state prisons look like. Where do they go after Gwinnett County? I guess they got, state prisons in the area, and then he'll be transferred there. And then people just forget about it. The world will go on, except for the people who are left to grieve. His daughter and his sister, Lips' family. Somebody asked me about Production's family. I don't know anything about Production's family. If somebody knows Production family, could you tell them to reach out to me? I'm gonna reach out to Production. Um, Probably next week, and I'm gonna tell him that I am following up. And of course, he can't talk about the case. Obviously, he can't talk about that. But his wife was murdered in Gwinnett County by her husband, and he is in prison for life. Does he have a chance for parole? Carla, I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's terrible. Gwinnett County is off the chain. No parole. Mm-hmm. Probably had a public defender, child. You know. Sometimes you don't even meet your public defender until you in court, literally. Boy Scout Kevin! I gotta talk to you. I'll talk to you on IG. As I got some more interesting news. Woo! Yeah, if you black, you might as well forget it. And child by that's probably everywhere, but in particular that county. The more I'm like researching about that county, I'm like, mm-mm. Oh, he refused the deal, and that's the once you refuse a deal, you're done. Diddy should have took the deal. Diddy should have took the deal. He had his deal was 10 years. Right. Good news equals views. No, we need bad news equals views. Diddy, y'all. When I'm done with work, I'm gonna be done with work like the second week in June. I think the Diddy trial will still be going. And I'm so tempted to go out there. I don't even want to go in. I don't think I can get into the courtroom. I just want to be outside. Outside is where all the action is. Outside is where all the YouTubers are, content creators, the news. I'm like, I'm about to go to the Diddy. I'm about to go out there. I'm really about to go. Psychology East is on the streets. I'm gonna bring y'all back to back 3 minute news. Like I've been thinking about that last week. I'm like, I'm not far from New York. Diddy is counting on his friends giving him a pardon. He ain't getting no pardon. He ain't. I'm okay. I'm going. I'm really thinking about going, but I'm scary. So I gotta convince somebody to go with me. And everybody already don't said, let's go to Diddy trial. They like, I'm really about to go. I've got to get my route together. I'm definitely gonna take the bus. I'm definitely gonna take the bus. I think I'm gonna take the bus, and then here's the part that gets scary: the train. Now I don't do no train by myself. I need to go with somebody who really know the route. I know New York. I'm not far from New York, but I don't know New York like that to be getting on no bus and trains and all that shit. I'm going, Nika. I'm really thinking about going. I just gotta. Maybe my niece could go with me. She should be out of school too. It just depends on because this case should be still going by the second week of June. Would y'all like to see me out in front of the courtroom at Diddy's trial? I'm not live from Diddy's trial, but anyway, Diddy should have took a plea bargain because they was looking at 10 years. 10 years federal, but in federal you got to do the whole thing. 10 years gonna be better than life, child. Look at R. Kelly. If R. Kelly would have took his plea, he would be out or close to getting out. Knowing you did all that nonsense, you know you did it. When you know you did it, when you know you did it, you know you did the shit. Take the plea bargain, shit. And when you done, there come one to Tampa. Girl, I ain't cut. Now, Kayon, you know I'm not coming to Tampa. I got somebody in Tampa that want to beat my ass. I'm not coming to Tampa. Y'all might as well forget that shit. Y'all could seriously forget that shit. I was real crazy last summer because my friend was like, let's go because we hard rock junkies. We hard rock casino junkies. And I'm always at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City. If you want to beat my ass, come over there and get me. But she was like, yo, let's go to Hard Rock in Tampa. And I was like geesed up. I was like, okay. I said, wait a minute. I can't go there. Somebody there gonna kick my ass. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I was in Florida last summer, and who I was with, they was talking about going to the Hard Rock, and I might, cause I'm with a couple little people that are bop bop bop. But I was like, nah, y'all not gonna catch me out there and lumberjack throw me all over the Hard Rock. No, no. I'll stick to my Hard Rock right over in Atlantic City, where I'm surrounded by family and friends. Tracy, lumberjack, peach mama. They ain't that the one they go to? The Hard Rock in Tampa? Well, she banned herself. Right, I can beat Peach ass. I ain't worried about no Peach. Peach can't fight. Peach cannot fight. But her mama, I ain't fighting her. Oh no. And Lynch Mob ain't gonna let nobody fight her. He gonna try to get his couple bop bops in. Only way I'm gonna be able to get through that is if Ed is there. Because Ed ain't gonna let them beat me up like that. Ed ain't gonna let them be. Even though I think Ed got a new boo, y'all. Ed got a new boo. Somebody been sending Ed presents and shit. Oh, oh, y'all! I saw Claudette. That's the other Claudette. Claudette. Ooh, I thought you was. Ooh, I thought you was lumberjack Claudette. I was like, oh shit, girl, Claudette's daughter looked pregnant again. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Ugh. I've been hearing that. Peach, please don't be pregnant no more. Please. Please don't be pregnant no more. Oh my God. Yeah, I ain't worried about Peach, but Lumberjack will kick my ass. Period. Lumberjack want to. Oh, she want to beat Loretta ass way more than she ever would have want to beat my ass. She want to beat Loretta ass, but she ever catch me somewhere, she definitely gonna beat. Try to. I told you I got ass, but I can't fight her. Girl, I don't know what's in that rap. She got hands. So I watched her beat them two studs. It was like stud on stud. And I said, oh no. I was about to do a video on her and Peach because they've been talking so nasty on the internet. Ooh. Giving, excuse me, a lot of sex advice. And I'm like, ah. Hi, Rodriguez Jackson TV. Hello. I was like, oh my Lord. Mm-mm. But anywho, y'all, I needs to get up. I got so much shit to do. I need a new phone because this phone is tripping. I gotta go to T-Mobile. I got to get a new phone today. And I gotta start grinding. She got man hands. Girl, you see she be trapping them trees and shit? Can you say my words? What's your word, Cheryl? I ain't fighting no damn Tracy. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. I was gonna, and I got to get back to selling these products. Cause I've been real lazy. Claudette, every time I see Claudette, I get scared. Every time I see Claudette, girl, can you change your name? I, ah, you need to change your name. I can't, whatever. You know I'm scared of Tracy. I know everybody else can be on here talking about how they'll fuck Tracy on no. Peach, I can whoop. I know the people I can whoop. Tracy, I can't whoop. I can't whoop her. She whooped me. I know whoop her. Over there looking at your stuff on TikTok. Thank you, Cheryl. I've been promoting this book for Jonathan. Yeah. But I'm about to start being. I got mad at TikTok because I can't find this money that they were supposed to give me, and I can't figure out how to get it. And I've been so pissed off. Yes, because it scares me. Who's that, Brit Brett? It scares me. Um, Girl, Tracy will knock that shit out of my hand and get the commencing on my ass, Carla. Yo, I got asthma. I can't beat the mama Tansy. I can beat Peach because I saw Peach as a punk when that girl was gonna kick her ass in the turkey hut. So I know I can beat Peach. All I gotta do is scoop Peach under her feet. I think once I get her down, she's done up. So I got Peach. But Tracy got hand. Tracy will beat my ass. You hear me? Them twins look like something. They cute. I ain't messing with no Tracy. Tracy knows Tracy mama could probably whoop my ass. Child, they from the ghetto. Bad for almost a year. Yes. Girl, Carla, I would never hit her neck. That's her. I think if somebody hit her neck, you can kill her. I just did a whole story on her neck. I called her gourd. Ah! Remember, I called her goiter. I called it. It answered the phone. I think like no, that's it. That goiter is serious. No, them babies look like they look like phenomenal to me. And you know I don't know the kids, but I think I know phenomenal. Bow legged, they look like him. That little one look real. That little one just be. Hey, look at it. The little one just be holding on. Let me find. The little one be shaking and shit. Look at the little one. This how the little one be looking. Just shaking and shit. I said, oh wow. Which one is wonderful? Is wonderful the one that ran off and tried to chase down Chase? Wait, Choice. Remember when he was trying? He's special. He look. I ain't got nothing. He look. I think she got a. She might have another Chase on her hands. Is it Chase or Choice? Choice. She might have another choice on her hands. Let's hope not, but one looks like wonderful and the other one looks like her. They cute. They cute. You do. You need to go. You need to go to church, Brit Brat, because we ain't right over here, girl. We ain't right. I told you I talk about people, kids, only when they bad. When they bad, I'm gonna talk about them. When they good, I don't say nothing. But if they show me that they bad, I'm gonna have to talk about them. If your parents put you online, then that's just what it is. Nah, Miss Handsome, especially when they comb his hair. It ain't often that they do that, but when they do it, it's cute. Girl, I ain't made church in so long. I don't even know if I know how to get over there no more. Child, don't even know if I even know how to get over there. I probably got to rejoin. I probably. What else did I say I had to do today? I gotta go get a phone. I don't remember. You don't think they don't look like Nom Nom? Who they look like? She ain't shaped their head enough. Do you know how when you get your baby, you supposed to shape your baby head? You know how you supposed to shape it? They head not, it's not shaped. She never was like, you know how you gotta shape the baby head when you gotta keep going around and around and around and around and around and around. I don't think she did that. Cause they head is shaped funny. Their heads are shaped funny. I don't know, child. We ain't gonna get on them kids. I think Carla, it's given that. Especially the little one. Cause he just be shaking like this. She just loves the idea of having twins. Oh, she loves it. Twinsies. Twin. Twinsies. Twinsies. Yeah. I love my twinsies. And I'm like, girl, let me see. I got wigs. This is the big one. This is the little one. The little one's always doing like this. Shaking and shit. Oh, wait, we got some breaking news. Hold on. Stay away from banana. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now he had me thinking that it was something going on. See what I'm saying? You gotta watch your chat. You gotta watch your chat. You gotta learn how to read in your head. Now he gonna have to get timed out for getting me off the subject and shit. You dummy. God damn. Maybe from right. You right, cause you know them white nurses don't know how to shape our black babies' heads, and they weren't shaping the head. They weren't. And if you don't shape that baby head early, you're going to have a lumpy headed child that's going to grow up into having a lumpy headed adult. That's why when I see people with lumpy heads, I'm like, your mother did not shape your head, which tells me she was trifling. Because your head should not be shaped like that. You got to shape that baby's head. That's why they had one of the little one, to me, his head seemed flat. And that's from, like she said, laying in that damn NICU crib. And now he's gonna be the rest of his life with a messed up shaped head. Yeah. And all Peach wanted to do was go over there and put that giant titty in his mouth. Child, I can't do it. I don't know what's up with her and her mama giving all this love advice. Tracy talking about going up in your man's garage. Peach talking about if he cheat and get another baby, you can't raise the baby. Let him ignore the baby. Lord have mercy. I said, who raised y'all? That's all y'all got to talk about is fucking. No, I'm not talking. Yeah, Peach. I mean, Tracy always talking about parking something in her garage. Then she told the other day, she said that she orders her rose. Peach always having rose parties. And Mama says she will get her a rose too. You know. I said, do y'all have anything else to talk about? Child, I don't know if Nom talking or not. Based on how everybody else talk around there, it ain't gonna be much when he do start talking. Child. You know what I'm saying? Hi, big man. Girl, a 5-car garage. Child, much as Pete said she likes to be dealt with and thrown around. Just nasty. Just, ugh. Very highly sexualized. Protecting their need for love. Okay, Ayan. Ooh. Neither relationship has the characteristics of... Look at you. Look at you. Are you one of my students? Are you one of my students? Okay. Ugh. It's like they don't read the audience either. Like, especially Tracy. She never reads the audience. Like, girl, people are gagging. Stop. She just keep going. She can't help herself. You thought Wood was deaf? No, he just mumbles. Some days when I look at Wood, I'm like, oh, Wood is kind of cute. And then other days, I'm like, nah, Wood's not cute. Wood has his good days and his bad days. And he do got a sexy little walk. And y'all, Wood got a sexy little walk. I like a man who walk like this. I'm like, why would he walking like this? I know he ain't got no job, no money, no ambition, and will smack the hell out of a bitch. But why does he walk? Ah! Why he walk like that? The human species tend to do the same thing, expecting a different result. We're not complex at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if Will got a cute little walk. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Will got a sexy little walk. If you've seen him walk. Especially when he walking away. That little... I said, look at Wood. I said, look at Wood. Now forget everything else you know about him. He do sound like Shamar a little bit. Well, hell, Shamar don't capitalize on his little walk. Chaba. Shamar and Alvo back together, y'all. Now I know I ain't got no business knowing none of these people's business, but I find it to be a kiki and a ha ha. Alvo and Shamar are back together. What y'all think about Remy and Papoose? What do y'all think about Remy and Papoose? Now listen, y'all, I got a little inside to Remy, which I'm working on right now. What do y'all think about Remy and I ain't gonna say nothing about Carissa because we all know Carissa can beat my ass, but she needs to go sit down somewhere. I'm gonna need Alvo to go to Shamar Dennis. Alvo teeth messed up. Well, Alvo said Shamar ain't brushed them teeth since he got them. Pawn Poos, Nika, stop. Go from one thing to the next. Pawn Poos. She need to stop it. Pawn Poos fucked up, but he didn't get credit for them records he wrote. That's how he really messed up. Now you know you supposed to get publishing rights on anything that you write. Even if y'all would have split it. I know more about the record business than I should really know. Peach want another girl. She don't know what to do with the one she got now. All of a sudden she love Gorgeous so much. They need to stay off the internet and the side piece needs to go punch the air. She really do. I'm like, Carissa, shut up. You arguing and fighting over a married man. Don't get into married people business. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. You know what I mean? He desires a woman that desires women too. Oh, years in prison, he missed all that. Well, we know Remy used to eat on Nikki, allegedly. They was munching on each other back in the day before they both blew up. So, yeah. I believe Papoose was getting like weird about her and like I don't know, maybe a little controlling, maybe a little worried, about her being outside. I said that a minute ago in a video. And she's saying that was actually what happened. And he was throwing it up in her face. Yeah, Nika, that's old gossip. That's old gossip. Who you think is a bum? Papoose or Wood? Or both? I don't think Papoose is a bum. I just don't think Papoose knew how to capitalize on his gift. Papoose is wrote for other rappers too. And I really hope he's not just giving away raps. You got to make people pay for that shit. You got to put your name on the publishing. You know what I'm saying? We all learned that back with TLC taught us that. What was the one that died? Yeah, she told us about all of that. The behind the scenes of the record business that nobody was talking about. Ignorance has consequences. Papoose could be collecting a check on every time somebody, I'm conceited. If he wrote that, he should be collecting a check. Is effeminate in his relationship. I think he probably was better at running the household than Remy. Like making sure the dishes was clean. Like yeah, a little bit. But he wasn't taking care of like other business. You gotta have income. You gotta have income. You can't maintain your lifestyle without money. So, and a certain lifestyle that you used to having, and then you don't have it anymore because you don't have access to the money. It's crazy. Well, y'all, Blueface is gonna be getting out soon. So you think he's gonna be able to take over the internet again? Krishan is back outside. Oh, when I tell you, Krishan whole family is so broken and damaged and mm, horrible. Diddy is going to go insane. Diddy has already gone insane. He's in one of the worst, nastiest, junkiest, funkiest prison jails on the East Coast. He better hope he end up going to federal prison in where I'm from in Jersey. He better hope he end up there, because if he go there, he'll be good for a little bit. That's what Mandisi's was. If he go out there, then he'll be straight. I could say that. If he make it to this federal prison in Jersey, he'll be okay. As far as getting things that he need, blah blah blah, being protected, blah blah blah. But they send his ass all the way out to freaking Kentucky, some damn where. Chaba. You know what I'm saying? If they send him out there, he's done. I guess he can make it. I don't know. They say he look bad. Telling y'all, I ain't even gonna tell y'all either. I'm just gonna go live from the courtroom. No, I mean from the court in front of the courthouse. Y'all gonna be like, this bitch actually is out in New York. I only live an hour from New York. I don't want him to go to Colorado. He didn't want to go. He did. He'll go to. Do they give you a choice when it comes to federal prison? Do they give you a choice? Do they be like, oh, you could go here or you could go there? I don't know if they give you a choice. He would do better. I want him to go to the prison where I know where people work, so I can be nosy. That's what I want. Because he's from New York, he might. A lot of people from New York is at this prison in Jersey, or the one in North Jersey. That's where Apollo was. That's where Peter's ass is gonna go to that federal prison. The one in it's right below the George Washington Bridge. They might no choice. They have to move them around. Oh, damn. Diddy ain't gonna survive it. Ah, yeah, he will. R. Kelly's surviving it. R. Kelly is surviving it. Well, hell, Tory Lanez ain't surviving it. They showed the guy who stabbed Tory Lanez. Tory probably owed him a goddamn cup of noodle soup. You know they'll fight you over anything in prison. Goddamn cup of noodle soup, a goddamn bar soap, a deodorant, some weed. You gonna stab that man 14 times on some dumb shit. They definitely moving him. I forgot the term they say. Like, if you can move certain prisons if you got a problem with somebody in the prison. Because I watch a lot of prison story content, and I'm learning a lot. Diddy gonna fake his death and pay someone to get him out? I would do that if I could. If I can literally fake my death, could you imagine? I was thinking about this as a movie, because sometimes I'll just be thinking like this can be a movie in my head. Has this ever been a movie, y'all? Because this is in my head. Like to write a movie like this, or somebody else write it, because I don't have time. But let's say you locked in prison, right? But then there's a way that like once a month they let you out, and then you could go about your life all day out of prison. Let's say Diddy get life in prison. Once a month, they secretly let him out, and he could do whatever he wants in 24 hours, but then he knows he has to go back to the prison. Wouldn't that be a good freaking movie? And then we follow them for the 24 hours, and what do they do? Da 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 da. And then they go back to the prison. But they got to act like it never happened, like they didn't get snuck out. and go to the Bahamas. Girl, be too many. It be too many of us in the Bahamas. He'll get caught. He should go like one of them other islands out, way out in the Pacific. Cause we be at the we be in the Bahamas like it's the Bahamas is not it's not low key like it used to be back in the day. Try to go to Bahamas now. I see people I literally know from home. I'm like, bitch, what is you doing over here? You can find everybody be in the Bahamas now. Bahamas, mm-mm. No. My name, child. My cousin was doing that on weekends in the Fed. Nika, it really happens. Maybe that's why I had. I think that was a dream, actually. Nika, they let you out. Nika, for real? I ain't talk about when people got weekends out. You know, how you got work release. I know work release. I'm talking about, let's say R. Kelly is literally getting out of prison once a month. They let him out. He could do whatever he want, but he promises to go back. I think that would be so good for their mental health. Ah, they just couldn't involve themselves in none of the shenanigans that they did to get themselves in prison in the first place. A 8 year sentence. Child, you couldn't give me 8 minutes. You couldn't give me 8 minutes. I was working with in juvenile jail, which is cake, in my opinion. It's cake. As a therapist. So I ain't have to deal with, them kids on that level. With them fighting and acting out and all that shit. They started fighting and I went to running, child. I wasn't involved. And then I said, well, somebody was like, yo, they need a therapist at this women's prison. And I was like, a women's prison? Okay, well, let me think about it. So they said, all right, well, come out to the prison. The prison is in Jersey. Come out to the prison. You got an interview. I want you to meet the freaking warden and shit. So I'm thinking prison is like everybody gonna be fucking locked up in their cells. So I get to the prison, they let me in, they know I'm coming. And I see women, it's a women's prison, and they're just walking around the campus. And I'm like, how is they walking around the campus like this? Like they can easily skedaddle over these walls. Like what is happening? I'm walking now, I'm parked and I'm walking and the prison bitches is looking at me. And I said, well, let me toughen up and looking back at them like, what's good? So I was not that. You know I'm scary. So then I get to the building where I need to get to, and the prison bitches let me in. And I said, okay. So anyway, y'all. So then I'm walking in the unit, and the prison ladies is like, so and so's on the unit. We got somebody on the unit. Da da da. And they take me to where I needed to go to meet the warden or whatever. By the time I get there, I'm shaking in my goddamn boots. I'm like, y'all just let these bitches just walk around and do what they want. So it was a low security prison. But anywho, so needless to say, whatever happened, I didn't take the job. They didn't offer me the job. I don't remember which way it went. I just know I didn't work there. But my spirit, let me tell you something about me. Whenever I am in the process of maybe like looking for a job, or I will go by my spirit gotta tell me that my spirit gotta be like, yeah, this is cool. This ain't right. This don't do it. Every time I went against my inner spirit, it always turned out bad. So something told me don't work here, and it ain't have nothing to do with the fact that they was just prancing all over the campus and all of that. Something said don't work, don't do it. So I end up not working there, and a couple of years later, And this is still happening to this day because the prison. I just went past the prison yesterday, as a matter of fact. But the prison was under an investigation because the guards, the male guards, had a basically a sex ring going on at this prison. And I know me. I would have been snitching on everybody. I know I would have told on all of them. So that's why the spirit told me don't work there. Because, you know, people be so desperate to save their pensions and shit, they'll bop you, bow, in the head. So I'm so glad I never pursued. I don't know what happened, but I just know, like, my spirit, like, when I left, I was like, I ain't working for these people. And the more they, like, a lot of, like, several of those guards are in federal prison right now because of what they had going on. Because I know them women would have told me what was up. I know they would have told me. And then I would have had a duty to report it. And people get crazy, especially, I mean, those guards got nice little pensions. They get a nice little paycheck. They got wives. They got a lot to lose. It would have been nothing for them to fuck me up because I know I'm telling. I gotta tell because I'm not going to jail for you motherfuckers. Oh God, child, that's why I'd rather sit in this chair and sell this stuff on YouTube. I'm at the age where I want to sit in this chair and sell that stuff over there. Let me show y'all. Let me show you. Let me show you. And sell this stuff. See that? Y'all look, I ain't finished my breakfast. And sell that stuff and sit right over here and mind my business. Hi, Miss Boone. Welcome to the channel. I'd rather sit over here at my big old age and worked in this mental health for 30 years and sell shit on TikTok and YouTube than work in some of these facilities and work with some of these folks. I'd rather sit right here. I've had it. I'm literally going to be jobless this summer. Although I'm a professor, I'm an adjunct professor. And so basically, I teach in fall and the spring and the summer if they have if they need additional classes. But the people aren't going to college like they were. It's too expensive, and so what happened was my classes didn't fill, and so as a result of that, I don't have. I'm not teaching over the summer, so I'll be out of work June and July. Damn, I'll be out of work June and July. I'll be out of work June and July, y'all. I'm gonna be selling my ass off on TikTok. Anybody need some pills? Anybody need some pills? Anybody need some of these pills for energy? I'm selling these on TikTok, y'all. Uh, I'm selling them on TikTok. I'm selling them. What else I'm selling? What else I got around here? Uh, that's all I got. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but if I take this summer job, which I did apply for, nobody believes me that when I tell them where I'm gonna be working for the summer. But I'm not gonna tell nobody until I'm there. If I decide to go, my spirit is telling me to go. Sometimes I end up places where I don't think I should be, but then when I'm there, for whatever reason, either they're a blessing to me or I'm a blessing to them. And then it makes sense to me why I'm there. It's gonna go either way, but yes, I'm gonna be unemployed. You gonna buy these, Jay? I'm gonna be advertising these soon as I do my hair and stuff. Wait, I'm selling a tooth whitener too. Where is it? I'm selling these. And I'm selling a tooth whitener cream. Like to get your teeth white, I'm selling that. I got these fire glasses that are coming in the next couple of days. I'm gonna be selling those. I'm about to reopen my TikTok shop because I'm gonna be out of work, so I gotta do something. Oh, Jay, come on. These are gonna give you energy so you could go out and cop your weed. I'm selling that. I'm selling this book. I'm gonna be reviewing this book, selling this book. I'm gonna be selling anything. I'm gonna be selling all of it. I'm not even seeing that message, Cheryl. I'm not seeing that message. It's hidden, but I'll kick them out. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I got going on for the summer. I might take the summer job and I might not. It's not in my field. I'm not going back to work until August something. My classes start, but um that's what I got going on for the summer. That's what I got going on for the summer. But anyway, guys, thank you for coming. I need to leave because I need to go and buy a new phone. This phone is tripping. It's very much outdated and old, and it needs to be updated. And so I need to go and get a new phone. But thank you guys for coming into the live. Thank you. Please go and support my TikTok shop. It's going to be back up and running. I'll be selling different items over on TikTok shop. I'll be selling more items on my Amazon storefront. Keep looking out for videos. I'm going to be posting more videos next week. I'm going to have some more interesting information regarding um, uh, lips and production, but of course, featuring and talking about production. And that's really it. Thank you guys for coming in, and bye.